I need to get a bigger background, don't I? Alright, so in front of you are the boxes for Waldorf and Fortan. These boxes were supposed to be used as like to hold the game piece, all that kind of stuff when it's not in play. But yeah, so this is set number 3858 Waldorf's box. It's a little dusty. It's been in storage. As you can see, the front has a picture of the set itself, the dice, how many people can play, all that kind of fun stuff. And we got a nice picture of the Druid and the Ranger, Wolfman in the back howling at the moon, the Evil Warlock right there. Very nice piece of art there, actually. Nice and fun. Playing the game, evil spiders. There you go. The side, same picture basically. The warning. I have spare parts in here. And the back. Hey, look. Use it to store this. Yeah. Little description of the thing here. The Dark Druid is haunting Waldorf Forest. Become a hero and join the battle to free Heroica. So, yeah, so there's 255 Lego pieces in this, a rule booklet, poster, and building instructions. So, and then you got another nice picture of the set there. I keep calling him Evil Warlock, but the Dark Druid and his keep. And then this is, we're going to set this off to the side. I'm not going to throw boxes. I never throw boxes I keep, even if they end up bagged up a little bit already. Same basic stuff. You know, you got the picture. You've got the Castle Fortan in the back. Got a Goblin. Warrior. The Knight. Heroica. You know, the set. The warnings. The heroes. And the Evil Goblin King. Same thing there. Same thing there, and then, again, store it in this box. Got a nice picture there of the castle. Same thing that was on the front, basically. And then the description here. The Goblin King has captured Castle Fortan. Become a hero and join the battle to free Heroica. So that's it. That's the two boxes I own. All the boxes were basically the same. You know, picture of the set, brief description, store the parts in there, you know, that kind of stuff. And that's all the boxes. The other thing that came, like I said, was going to be the instructions. So let me go ahead and readjust the camera, and we'll come back when that's all set. This is a little pile-up of all the pamphlets that came in there. The instruction booklets, the gameplay booklets, and posters. So let's move this stuff out of the way. We'll look at the instructions real quick first. And there we go. Alright, so these are instruction booklets for all four of the sets. The material used is kind of like a thinnish paper, kind of a glossy feel to it, as you can see. But it feels like it's going to rip if you're not careful. Like, it feels very thin. But the instructions are really nice and clear. You got a nice picture of the dice. You know, use this piece to separate things, you know, that kind of stuff in the back. But yeah, the instructions are good. You know, very easy to follow. The sets themselves are pretty simple, as you can see. Like, you're building up a little base thing, right? So, little waterfall going on here. And there you go. Done. Alright? So, very simple instructions. And it's the same thing for all of them. Simple instructions. You know, as usual, you do have a parts list in the back. You know, there used to be a website you could go to that had like all the sets and all that kind of stuff. Like I said, I didn't know there were two additional sets. I didn't know about the blind bag and the actual full set that came out, which came out the next year. I only knew the 4. So yeah, so we have Dreda here. It's just 3857. Waldorf 3858. Nathuz 3859. And Fortan 3860. So these sets, the reason why I'm giving you the set number and all that kind of stuff is you can sometimes find instructions for these kind of sets on like Lego.com. You can look up instructions using the set numbers or using the title name and all that kind of stuff. So if you want to build it at home and you got the parts, you know, go for it. Alright, so that's the instructions. The gameplay booklets are much thicker material. They don't feel like they're going to tear as quickly, which is nice because you're expected to use these to play the game, right? It does come in multiple languages: French, Canadian, American, and Italian. You know, parts that you're going to be using, what they are, the locked door, keys, Lego dice, aim of the game, all that kind of fun stuff, right? So this does give you like mission maps. It does tell you what these things are, right? How to take the parts off if you're playing the game. The Heroica shield, move up to 4 spaces or use your hero's range skill. So these are like, you know, move 3 spaces, move, oh, you can't see it. Move 2, 1. When fighting, you know, defeat the monster or use your hero's melee skill. Sword, defeat the monster skull, lose health. Sword and skull, defeat monster and lose health, that kind of stuff. Your characters, the barbarian, the wizard, the druid, the knight, the goblin warrior, goblin guardian, and the goblin king, their strengths, all that kind of fun stuff. Weapons, how much it should cost, you know, how to display it on your thing. You know, keep your monsters you beat on your thing. You know, that kind of fun stuff. We'll look at these when we get to the sets. You know, you got your store. And that's the end of the English portion. You can change the game, play it on epic mode, which is a more difficult version. The helmet of protection is a piece of armor. You can keep it between missions, sell it for gold, that kind of stuff, right? So, and then that's it. The rest of it is just other languages. And it's the same thing for each one. Same basic thing, you know, this is how you play, this is the story, this is what your quest is. You know. You got list of the heroes, all that fun stuff. So yeah, this is basically, you know, like I said, Dungeons and Dragons for beginners, for kiddies. It's very cool. And then the other piece of paper that was included is a poster. So this is Waldurks. You open it up, and look, there's a little mini comic. Woo, mini comic. All right. And then it gives you a layout of the game, starting position. Let me see if I can't. We'll have to go for a top down, I think. Hey, who said you could turn? All right. Come on, you. Turn this and... Okay, that's a little better. Let me stand up here. So, there you go. We'll be readjusting the camera for a couple of things. Let me go look at the actual set. You know, how finished does it look for this layout, all that kind of stuff. Characters, you know, you've got 4 of these and 2 of those. Those are like blocking, you know, things. But look, it opens up even further. And the inside has a layout for the full game map. Like I had it set up. In the top, endpoint, starting point if you're going to start there for this layout. So it's another layout, you know, if you decide to lay out. And then you can also change up the layout on your own, all that kind of stuff, right? And it's going to be the same thing for all the other pamphlets. This will have Drada the same way, right? And then this one, Fortan. And then this one. As you can see, though, the heroes are a little bit different on each one. Why? Because these are the heroes in the set. There you go. So, that's those booklets. Now let me go and bring the sets back over. Now, getting the whole set in the shot is actually a little bit of a pain. Let me tell you. Alright, so this is the whole original series, the original 4, set up in one gameplay. Alright, so you know you got Drada, Nathuz, Waldork, and Fortan. We're going to look at all this in just a moment. Like I said, I want to look at some of the game pieces first, and then we'll take a hopefully not too shaky flyby of the sets. So let me go ahead and start grabbing some stuff. So we got the shop here, and all these pieces here are just gold, you know, trade. So you've got sword, a bow, a magic staff, I guess another magic staff, I don't know, and some knives. So very cool. Each store has the same setup. Sword, bow, magic staff, knives. I lied. I'm missing one weapon. I'll have to find it in the box. There's also an axe. There you go. An axe. These parts are just really cool. I don't think, except for maybe, no, not even the bow and arrow, because it has these little parts here so you can stick it into a thing to hold it. I don't think I have ever seen any of these weapons in any other sets. Maybe the knives. But even the hilt on the knives looks a little different than I'm used to. You know, definitely know I haven't seen these staves. I haven't seen the sword. The axe, yeah, usually you build the axe. Definitely haven't seen the bow and arrow. And like I said, the knives, the hilts look a little different for me. So you got that. So that's the store parts. And this is the knight on his thing, because you can tell by the gray. So this is the knight and his health stand. So you got health points. You can put potions and stuff behind here. Weapons you purchased. Enemies you defeated, that kind of stuff. And that is the knight. Very, very cool looking. A lot of nice printed detail on a very small piece. Got a little arm there. Very cool. So that's the knight. Let's go ahead and grab the rest of these guys here and we'll look at them one by one here. Rogue or a thief, I would suppose. I'm not sure what they called it. I should have looked, but I always just called this guy the thief. He's got a little scar there. Wearing a little knife on his body. Oh, yeah, that's the thief. Again, really nice details printed on these tiny pieces. I mean, look, that's it next to my finger. So, alright, we got the sorcerer, the wizard, all in red. Got a little flame decal on his metal, little magic pouch there. Wearing a hood, cowl, whatever. Very cool. Alright, so that's him. We got the druid here. I'm sure this is not the classes that Lego gave them, but that's what they look like to me. He's wearing like a fur, you know, got the teeth necklace, little old man, got another pouch there. We got the ranger. A lot of pouches on these guys, what makes sense, you know, they carry stuff. He's got a little leather vest, and he's got a little emo hair flip going. I'm too edgy. I'm a ranger. And lastly, the barbarian or the warrior. Angry face, missing a tooth, fur bikini, fur shoulder, pauldron, cross belt. Very, very He-Man, you know, kind of deal, right? And then, of course, you do have enemies. So, the enemies in these sets, they're not too varied, as two of the sets include goblins. So you got a lot of goblins. There are giant spiders and giant bats. There's golems. There's a golem lord. You've got goblin knights, and you've got a goblin king. And you got the dark druid, evil warlock, whatever you want to call them, giant spiders, and werewolves. Lots of fun stuff in the set, right? So, like, you got your classic goblins. Right, little guys in green. Yeah. So you got classic goblins. You got a goblin lord right here. Got a cool little vest. I wear clothes. Got the giant bats, which are just regular bats, but because the pieces are so small, they're giant, which is, come on. There you go. Which is all kind of fun. Got a little tail there on one end. Got a little face. Let's see. So you got the bats. You got the golems. Little stone guys here. Little green gem in their chest. Very cool looking. Reminds me a little bit of the rock monsters from when Lego had these underground miner sets ages ago. Got the golem leader, golem lord, whatever you want to call him. Wearing gold. His little crest is surrounded by gold, and he's got a much scarier face, because I'm much more evil than all my other dudes are. Right? Let's see. We've got goblin knights. Just goblins in armor, wearing little helmets, chainmail. And then we've got the Goblin King. Come here, you. There we go. Again, the same symbol on his shirt in the red, but he's wearing all gold. So that's how you know he's king. It's basically the same thing as the Goblin Lord, just in a different color, palette swapped. We got the giant spiders, which are just regular spiders for the, Lego. But hey, these guys are so small, they're giant. Little evil black spiders. Rah. We've got werewolves. It's not too many in this set. There's actually only like 3 of them. Very cool looking. I got the chain on their chest and all that kind of stuff. So I'm going to go a little bit into how I picture what happened to those guys in my head. And you got the evil dark druid who floats around the set. Got one big eye, one small eye. So in my head, I always imagined that those werewolves were originally the keepers of the chalice that's in the keep here, right there. And that somehow the dark druid or evil warlock changed them into werewolves, and that's why they're chained up. They were held prisoner for X amount of time, right? That's how I've always viewed that part. They're evil now, but they used to be, heroic guardians of the chalice or whatever. Then you got your dice. Lego purposely made this dice. Come on and focus. So that it could be built on. There are, let me see, do I have it out here? No. There are soft rubber edges, right? You can kind of see me moving around. And inside, though, is a square that's connected to those soft rubber edges that's all posts. So this is actually a really cool piece if you're trying to build something out and you can get a hold of it. Really, really nice. I've used it a few times in some of the stuff I've done over the years to have, studs not on top, sticking out to the sides and all that kind of stuff. You got it flat here, that kind of stuff, right? Because, usually you just build up, but you can build out all kinds of fun directions. This is a really cool piece. Very, very helpful. I don't know if Lego has these 4 sides in other sets. Come on, focus. There you go. Yeah, very fun. Really cool. Oh no, I killed the bat. I was about to show you how well the dice rolls, and instead I attacked the bat and did damage to it with the sword, and so I beat it. That's how it works. My hand's too big. Alright, so yeah, you can't see it. Can't see it. Damn it. Trying to roll it where you can see it and nothing working. There we go, let's try it here. There you go. It rolls really well. The rubber does make it bounce a little bit, but it's not too bad. You drop it, it doesn't bounce like major. Very well done. Nicely weighted. It's good. It's a good die, honestly, especially for like a make it yourself die. Very good. So the way this set would work, if you have them all connected, is you start here. And then you just have a chance to explore the rest of the place. So let me go into handheld mode here. Sorry for the shaking that's probably going to occur. And there we go. So this is your landing point. Come in on a boat. All right, and then you got the falls over there. An entranceway into the haunted forest. We got the evil goblin lord with the crystal behind him. We got a potion. Then you got a path leading into the cave. And you got the evil shrine, or whatever you want to call that. You got some treasure chests. A haunted forest with bushes and trees. The magical keep. It's really cool looking. That's actually a statue figure if you look. And that leads to the drawbridge into the castle. You've got some ramparts, locked doors. You've got a kitchen over here with a giant drumstick and a fireplace. Very cool looking. For like a small set, you got a little garden with a fountain. You've got a prison. You got the throne. There are a couple of like study rooms kind of deal. Then the dungeon, if you look, leads directly to Nathu's. Hey everybody, this is Post Tom, coming to you from a voiceover. The audio became very crunchy at this point, and so I'm, coming to you this way instead. All I talked about at this point in the review was the fact that these were sets that I would recommend to people who are looking to begin playing tabletop RPGs with their younger kids, or are looking to just kind of experience something similar for themselves for the first time. I've played these a lot with my wife and son, and we really enjoyed them. It became a staple, in a sense, for our tabletop game Fridays. Right? We used to play like Monopoly and stuff like that on Friday, and this game ended up in circulation with them. So we played card games, we played this, we played Monopoly, and all that kind of stuff. And these were a very interesting moment in Lego's history to me, because even though Lego's always been very family oriented and child friendly and adult friendly, even, this was the first time in my recollection, could very easily be wrong, that I really felt that Lego was reaching out to the family as a whole for a very immersive experience with everybody. And all their games were a lot of fun. There was a maze game. There was something to do with like a dragon and a lava. You had to climb up and avoid the lava, and they were easily altered to make the gameplay and experience a little fresh and a little different every time. Like the Heroica game, you could simply just move blocks around, change up, connections. It's very easy to change and make the experience fresh and new. You can make your own fantasy stories to go along with it. Why are they landing here? What's going on? You can easily add on to it just by building little things with your kids, and it was a really, really cool experience. And I'm actually looking forward to playing this with my daughter and some of her friends who are coming over this weekend, just because it's something new to do, right? And it's something that I think they would enjoy. Kids like to pretend to be something else, and adults like to pretend to be something else. Not everyone likes to act and all that kind of stuff, for the most part, especially in a safe environment. And what's safer than playing around with your friends and playing a tabletop game? So, again, if you have the ability to build it, build it. If you have the ability to purchase it, go ahead and purchase it. It's especially if you think you're going to use it. If you're just purchasing it for the parts, I would just recommend trying to get the minifigures, like the mini minis that come with it, rather than trying to get the whole stuff, the whole set. If you're just trying to look for specific parts and the weapons. Besides that, not much else to say about the set. It was a lot of fun. I'm happy that I pulled it out and reviewed it, and I'm happy that it's out for everyone to play. And I hope you guys have a great week. It's coming on Thursday. And if you've lasted this long, go ahead and leave a like, comment, subscribe, all that kind of fun stuff. And I hope to see you guys around. Be safe, be happy, be healthy. Be good.